Before there was God. When existence first became aware of itself. Before there was light, there was no darkness. Darkness only has meaning once light has appeared. Before there was sound, there was no silence either, because no sound had ever existed for silence to be recognized. Before there was time, no moment had ever passed. No yesterday, no tomorrow. No beginning, no end. And before there was a universe, there was not even space for a universe to appear within. No galaxies, no stars, no matter, no energy, no here or there, no near or far. But before all of that, there was only one thing: existence. Not a god in human form, not a king in the sky, no throne, no heaven. There were no names yet, such as God, Source, Brahman, or Tao. Only pure existence. No form, no boundary, no center, no inside, no outside. It was nowhere, because there was not yet any where for it to be. Concepts such as large, small, finite, or infinite all require something else for comparison. But here, there was nothing else. Only what is. When we think about the origin of the universe, we often imagine a vast black emptiness, and then suddenly, light appears. But even darkness is already a condition, and that emptiness would still be space. If we truly go back before every beginning, even that black background would not yet exist. There would only be existence itself. This existence did not need to do anything to prove that it was real. It did not need to create stars to demonstrate its power. It did not need to create humanity so that it could be worshipped, because the very idea of lack did not yet exist. Human beings create because we need something, but primordial existence lacked nothing. There was nothing outside of it, and therefore nothing it needed to attain. It simply was existence. And then something very strange emerged. Not an explosion, not light, not a decision to create the world, but a realization. Existence became aware that it existed. It sounds simple, but this may be the most important moment in the entire story. Because when existence became aware of itself, something new appeared. Awareness. Not thought in the way human beings think. There was no language, no speech, no brain. Only the direct knowing that something was present. If we were forced to express it in human language, perhaps the closest words would be, I am. Not who am I, not what will I do, simply I am. And at that moment, everything began to change. Because when existence recognized itself, a relationship became possible for the first time. That which exists and the awareness of that existence. They were not two separate things, but between them, the smallest distinction had appeared. And once distinction existed, movement became possible. Imagine a perfectly still lake. Then the smallest ripple appears. From that moment onward, the lake is no longer completely motionless. There is change, there is rhythm, there is a before and an after. Perhaps creation began in much the same way, not with light, not with matter, but with the first vibration within existence, a change so subtle we cannot truly imagine it, yet enough for reality to begin unfolding. From vibration, distinction emerged. From distinction, relationship became possible. Once there was this and that, distance became possible. Once one state could become another, before and after became possible. And from there, space and time began to have meaning. Creation, then, may not have begun with matter. It may have begun with awareness. Awareness led to distinction. Distinction led to movement. And from movement, the structure of reality gradually became possible. Space, time, energy, light, matter, stars, life, and much later, humanity. But one thing must be made clear. When we say before God, we do not mean that something existed above God, nor that God was created by something else. The idea is much simpler. Before there was an image of God, before religions, names, symbols, and stories of a creator, there was existence. What humanity would later call God may simply be our attempt to name that primordial existence. The names may differ: God, Source, Brahman, Tao, but what they point toward may be the same. And so the question, who created God, may begin with a mistaken assumption that God is an individual being who appeared at some point in time. But what if the origin of everything was never a person? What if the origin was simply existence itself? Something that did not need to be created, because the very idea of being created came after it. Then the question changes completely. It is no longer who created God. It becomes, why is there existence at all, rather than absolutely nothing? Perhaps that is one of the deepest questions humanity has ever asked. But the strangest thing is not simply that the universe exists. It is that existence can become aware of itself. Billions of years later, matter forms stars, elements, and planets. On one small planet, life appeared. And then one day, a living being looked up at the sky and asked, "Who am I? Why am I here? Where did the universe come from?" And this is where something beautiful happens. Existence is looking back at itself again, through you, through me, through every being capable of knowing that it exists. We do not stand outside the universe trying to understand it. We are part of the universe, trying to understand itself. Your name, your body, your life story, your memories, your beliefs, all of these came later. But beneath them lies something incredibly simple. You exist, and you know that you exist. Perhaps this is an echo of that first moment, from primordial existence recognizing itself, to a human being today looking into the sky and realizing, I am here. Perhaps the entire story of the universe is simply the expansion of that one moment. Existence seeing itself through light, through matter, through life, and eventually through consciousness, through us. Perhaps God was never a figure somewhere in the sky. Perhaps God is simply the name humanity gave to the source of existence when we tried to understand something that could never truly be named. And if that is so, before God, there was not nothingness. There was something far simpler and far more mysterious: existence. But the story does not end there, because the moment existence realized that it was, a door opened. From that point onward, existence was no longer merely there. It now had the capacity to know, the capacity to experience, the capacity to perceive itself from different points of view. And this is where the story becomes far stranger. Because if existence can know itself, then the next question is no longer what exists. It becomes, who is doing the knowing? And when the knower begins to emerge, for the first time, the idea of an I begins to take shape. From nameless existence, awareness begins to become consciousness. From consciousness, the one begins to glimpse the possibility of the many. And from there, creation prepares to enter an entirely new stage. No longer merely existence, but existence beginning to experience itself. That is the next step. Video 2, when existence became aware. The moment the one began to see itself.